reached. In the meantime, we're joined now live from federal court by WDSU anchor Travers Mackel and a criminal defense attorney to talk us through where things stand right now. Travers.
Yeah, the rain is coming down. It's a little windy right now, but the jury is eating lunch. Let's get to the important stuff, though. The jury is still deliberating. Sarah Shavinsky, criminal defense attorney here. First off, the big development this morning, the jury asked for two things. They asked for a copy of the instructions, which they can get, and a copy of the indictment, which the judge gave them. What does that indicate to you if you're sitting back watching this jury work?
Sure. So certainly what that suggests is that they haven't reached a decision yet. It suggests to me that there is probably some intense and some detailed deliberation going on.
Is that uncommon in a case like this, given the fact that there were probably so many opinions in that jury room when it comes to tax cases?
I don't think it's uncommon at all. You have two defendants in this case. They have some similar counts. They have some different counts. You have numerous counts in the indictment. And so I think it demonstrates the jury is just, being deliberate and going through it in a methodical way.
Is it safe to say at this point, now that we're in day 2 of deliberations, that the jury probably already took a poll and it was not unanimous? If not, we would have been done yesterday afternoon.
I think that's a likely scenario. Probably they're not all at a place where they're either guilty or not guilty, and that's why we're seeing this kind of stretch into the second day.
Because we should point out, 10 counts each for Burdett and Williams. It has to be unanimous on every count. If there is a holdout, it would be a hung jury mistrial then. A lot of stuff you want to talk about for closing arguments yesterday that you felt the prosecution hit on that really may have driven home their case in this matter.
Sure. So I think there were some interesting takeaways from the closing arguments. The government really focused on, if you look at these tax returns, they said the tax returns are the star witnesses for the government, right? And if you look at these tax returns, it's really clear that there are personal expenses, there are improper deductions. But the government basically tried to say, look, Jason and Nicole are lawyers, they should have known better. And I think the defense did a really good job pointing out that should have known better is not the legal standard here. Even if you think that Jason and Nicole were reckless, were negligent, should have looked at their taxes more carefully, that's not the same as them being guilty of tax crimes. They have to be willfully, intentionally breaking the law.
And that's probably what the jury is, I don't want to say hung up on, but that's probably what they're discussing inside. Look, I think just for layman's terms, for people watching this, is it safe to assume, and I know you use that legal term infer a lot with this, is it safe to infer that something wasn't right with all this going on? It's just tough at this point who to pass blame to, if anybody?
I think that's right. I mean, it's obvious that these tax returns were done improperly. It's obvious that Henry Timothy, the tax preparer, was also doing his own taxes improperly, other clients' taxes improperly. And so the question is just whether he's responsible for all of that himself, or whether it's something that Jason and Nicole conspired with him to do.
All right, final question before we let you go. None of us have a crystal ball. We're all anxiously awaiting this verdict. It could be a couple of hours. It could be a couple of days. They're now in day 2. What does that indicate to you? Who could that favor a longer deliberation like this? Does it favor the defense or the prosecution?
It's hard to say in this case. Normally, the longer they go, that benefits or makes you think it could benefit the defendants. In this case, I think some people thought there might be just a quick verdict for the defense. But, you have to remember that they might be already decided on most of the counts in the indictment. They might just be back there hung up on 1 or 2. They might just be back there hung up on one of the 2 defendants. So they may have made up their mind on a bunch of things already, and it may just be 1 or 2 outstanding questions.
Yeah, we'll see. You've been through this before many a time, waiting for juries to come back with verdicts. It is never an easy process, especially for the defendants or the prosecutors and the public who wants to know about Jason Williams, what the fate of the Attorney General and his office will be, because remember, one guilty verdict triggers him losing his law license, which would then trigger him being removed or stepping down as district attorney in the parish of Orleans. We'll have much more out here at court all day. As soon as a verdict, Morgan, is returned, we will bring it to you on TV and online. Aubrey Killian out here as well. So we've got everything covered for all of our viewers watching when it comes to the hearing here in the case of Jason Williams.
You sure do. Travers, Sarah, thank you to both of you for that analysis. And remember, WDSU is bringing you full coverage of the trial until a verdict is reached. You can keep up with the latest developments on all of our social media platforms. Plus, we will be live tweeting from federal court. That way you can follow along even on the go.